Hello and welcome to a glorious summer's afternoon. I'm back here. It's a new day. And what day is it? Why, like any sun-drenched weekend, it's time for a little bit of leisurely golf, courtesy of your friends at Nintendo. We will today be taking a little stroll through NES Open Tournament Golf, considered by many the preeminent NES golf experience. When I was little, I did play this at my friend's house a good deal, although the golf I had more experience on was the famed, simply called golf, that has the avatar where he looks kind of like a distressingly realistic vision of if Mario grew into like a 53-year-old man on the cover. In this one, Mario looks a little bit more, I should say, like you know and love. It's golf. This is a pretty punishing game from the perspective of focus. You cannot really afford to let your focus wane in this one. You will be punished quite quickly if, even for a single hole, you don't perform up to expectation. The whole thing can fall apart very fast. It's one of the reasons this was not a game I enjoyed much as a kid. But now, as an adult, as a 40-year-old man with my ability to focus my brain increasingly at a premium, there is something a little bit more fun about a game like this where you really have to be on top of it. You have to be locked in. You can't be thinking about all the things, all the troubles going on in your life. It just has to be you, and the club in your hand, and the green, and the breeze through the trees. And so perhaps we can find this a slightly meditative experience today. We'll see. God knows it wouldn't be the first time I started something intending it to be meditative, and then when it actually starts going, I just act like a maniac the whole time. But we may as well give it a shot, eh? All right. Thus begins NES Open Tournament Golf. You can see here, I have my fancy, I changed the font in my emulator here. That's just, you know, a little bit of fun for myself, keeping on theme with the Mr. Christopher's Video Machine MS-DOS font. All right, here we go. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Video Machine MS-DOS. You gotta love it when they go all out for a little musical theme in a sports game that really doesn't demand it. Obviously, it's nothing compared to the famous Magic Johnson Fast Break theme, composed by Tim Fallon, but alright. Let's see. 3 courses. I swear, if you added like 2 more courses to this, well, I don't know, I shouldn't prejudge. I don't know where this is going to finish on the countdown, but 3 courses is just a little too few for this to, like, give you endless replayability, but It's hard enough. This is a mastery game. Also, feels like the country I'm looking at should change based on when I move this. Early strike against this one. I don't remember if one of these is the easy course or one is the hard one. Feels like for a Japanese game they'd want the Japan course to be the hardest, so let's try that. Okay. I love prizes. Look at him. He's wearing that sort of candy stripe outfit. I think that's how he looks in the first Donkey Kong he's in when he's the antagonist. A little throwback for our friend Mario. Alright, so, as you can see, right and left, aim the ball side to side. Look at this beautiful green. Don't you wish you were here? I do. So, wind, 6 miles per hour. Blowing easterly, very slightly southeasterly. We're looking at 394 yards from tee to the hole. I am going to take a nice big slow swing to start because I'm unpracticed at this. Use the 1 wood for distance. And sure, why not get a little top spin on it? See if I can get a little extra distance out of that. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. I should have given out a little more oomph there. Okay, 202. So I don't actually need... Okay. I guess I just want to try to plant it on the green, so I should just go with their suggestion on the 3 wood. Accounting for the wind. Just inch it over to the left a tiny bit. We're gonna do a little bit of backspin here. Just because I don't want to overshoot. I want to try to deaden it on the green. Here we go. That's a good one, come on. Oh, no, that wasn't nearly as good as I thought. I'm doing something wrong. Maybe the wind is more forceful than I realized. That was pretty close to on. I thought that was gonna... Alright, well, I've still got a shot for par here. I'm sure it's because I'm using a slow swing, but... Okay. The sand wedge from here, 99. I'm gonna have to do medium for 100. It's only 78 away, but I didn't really cash in the way I wanted to last time. Well, let's give it a shot. I can just get it on that green. Come on. Come on. No, don't drift. Backspin. Stay. Right there. No! Not that much backspin. Okay. So, we are on the downslope of this hill, and that's what's gonna get me here. I don't know that I mean, if I'd done a few holes by now, I'd know about how much force I have to compensate for here, but I haven't played this game in months and months, so... Last time I played this game, I was on a flight back from France. This was how I spent my flight from France, playing NES Open Tournament Golf. Okay, just gotta do it. Here we go. Nope! Okay. Well, maybe that'll help me calibrate. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, so we're gonna be 2 over, par at the end of hole 1, double bogey. Mario looks a little sad. They bothered to, like, adjust his eyebrows in that scene to make it clear he's unhappy with my performance. Okay. So how far do I have to get it? 346 to the hole. How much distance does that mean I have to clear to... I just have to go fast. I have to do everything I can to get over this water. Alright. Let's put a little top spin on it, too. Come on. Come on, get out there. Okay, now stop. Don't go too far. Damn. Alright. Well, I can just chip it right over to the green from here, hopefully. 130 yards, the exact distance I need. That would be a perfect shot, but let's go for it. Normal, no spin. We're just gonna loft it right over these trees, right between these trees, right onto the green. Mario, the king of focus and serenity, lines up his shot. Here we go. The wind took it. Okay. Slow. Yeah, nice and slow here. I'm prone to overshooting, so let's backspin it a tiny bit. Come on. Backspin. Stop. Okay. Hard to backspin a ball up a hill. That was good work by me. Alright. Here we go. Come on! Yes! Alright. I salvage par. I keep it moving. I'm still 2 over, I believe. Par 5. Alright, this first shot, all about distance. Just gotta get as close to that water as I can. The wind is gonna drift it to the right already, so take a fairly straight shot up here. A little straighter. Okay. Shh. No, no. Oh no. Out of bounds. A wasted shot. Okay, that was a terrible start. Doesn't get any worse than that. Okay. Just gotta club it as hard as I can. I can't get... There's no way I'm gonna get over that. I mean, it says 286, but with the wind, No, I'm not gonna be able to get over this water in one go. But I gotta try. There's no sense in, failing to try is trying to fail, as they say. There we go. Come on. Okay, I'm doing something seriously wrong here. There's something about the nuance of this that I am not getting. Because it looked like a... Yeah, I just don't understand how the systems here work, clearly. Power wedge. I use this thing, it's gonna plunk right in the drink. I can tell already, but let's give it a shot. Come on. Get out there. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's, maybe a slower... maybe a slower swing is what I need here. Well, that did help a bit. A bit. It's fine. You know, life's all about patience. It's important not to let too much of your ego ride on these things. Oh ho 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 ho! Well, Triple bogey, but that sure was a nice little chip shot at the end, right? See, this is what I mean. Even though I'm having a terrible round, you have to keep stringing together these positive little moments. This is how you hone your skills for the future. Alright, par 3. Sure, we'll play it straight in. Hole in one coming up. Little drift on that, little cut. Damn. Okay. See if we can chip it over there. Oh. This is a little touch. I love that they have the little close-up on the hole. It really makes it feel like a, you know, a prestige experience. There we go. Okay, 5 over. Par 4. Is there a way for me to, like, look at... I guess I can't really look at the course. Green. Oh, there we go. That's the green. Can I see the whole course? Okay, yeah. Okay. So... let's do it. Super shot, baby. Get out there. Right on that green, come on. There we go. Alright. So, 118. I'm going to take a little bit extra and then drop a little backspin on it. Damn, it's drifting. Close. Not close enough. Shit, come on, backspin. It's on a hill. It should get some... should have gotten some movement back. Okay. I guess straight in. Until there. Okay. Hey! Alright, I hit par. I remain 5 over. Par 3. This is one where I can make... I gotta get this in 2. I gotta get this in 2. Okay, wait. What's the wind? Okay. Alright. Just gotta putt this in. Stay focused, no panic. Can't start panicking now, just gotta putt this right in. A simple putt. Oh my god. Okay. Hey, that's par, that's not so bad, right? Okay. This is called the old up and over. We're just gonna jump right over this out of bounds. Not even gonna be a problem. There is no risk of failure. We're just going to go right over the top of these trees onto the green beyond. It's fine. It's fine. Will it make it onto the green? No. Okay. Let's hammer it once more here. Just going for distance. No, I hit the tree! That ball did not hit that tree. It should be animated more precisely if that's what I'm to believe happened. How do I get it away now? It's right in front of the goddamn tree. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, great. Great. Okay. Alright. Let's go, come on. Alright, just need a little extra oomph for the curvature of the hill. Come on, please. No! No! Okay. Bogey. The poor get poorer. Alright. Hole 8. Come on. That's a good shot. Come on. Oh my, oh yes, come on. That was almost sheer magnificence. Alright, back to 5 over. I just picked one up. That's a birdie. It's my first under par of the day. Oh, no. Well, I guess there's worse places to be. Yeah, we're doing power wedge. No, then I'm gonna hit the water. Okay. Let's try to set this up comfortably for this next hit to get me onto the green. Alright, we got a lot of wind blowing north. So, just gotta get it over the water. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. Damn! Underestimated the drift. Alright. Triple bogey. 8 over. Mario. He's getting sad. He's getting worried. I'm getting worried. front of the tree. Try to chip it over. Guess that's what I gotta do. Okay. Got an opening here. No. Okay. Now I just hit it straight into the hole from here, and I've gained on par. There we go. Tantalizingly close. I almost made a lot of a bad situation, but I got par. That's another even hole. Okay, this one I need to stop short of the water. I can't get over it from here. That might be the first time I've successfully executed a plan. Alright. Now, I'm gonna go for the gusto. It's hooking. Hooking. Oh my god, it's gonna go in the sand. Alright. I've had good success. Sort of bopping myself into these greens out of the sand. Not so much this time. Okay. No! Alright. Life is a journey. I like how the music stops when you're swinging, you know. Golf is a gentlemanly game. Can't have noise while you're taking your swing. I've long argued against that, for the record. What, shooting an NBA basketball isn't a precision thing? The crowd doesn't all fall silent when Steph Curry goes up for the shot. You know, golfers get this special privilege where no one must say anything. You know, I might say that I think I'm at my best when I'm in the sand, so maybe I should stop fighting it. Okay. We're playing this one straight in, boys. Just gonna hit it right in that hole. Gonna need a good bit of force to get it there, because the wind bearing against me is considerable. go. Come on. Come on. Okay. Alright. Man, I've only had one birdie all day. What do you think? Can I do it? Yes? Alright. So is a fast swing guarantee more distance? That's what this is suggesting. I feel like when I've been going, maybe it's because I'm not timing it up as well. That's 464. Maybe I can't get it over this. I have to try, though. I'm too proud not to. Alright. Go with God. Oh, yes! Not quite as much distance as I was hoping for. Kind of undid all the hard work I did on getting over there. Unless that goes in. Yes! Birdie, baby. Second birdie of the day. 8 over par. Oh, he's heating up. He's heating up. Maybe I'll chip it in from here again. Who knows? Let's see. Nope. Okay. So it's gonna have to push through here, and then it's gonna get pulled down. So I think this is about it right here. Nope. Oh! Came a lot closer at the end than I thought. Almost caught the lip. Come on, please. Yes. Alright. 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 I tell you what, that little shit back at the Players Club better not, you know. You better not give me a hard time about my performance here. Should have put topspin on it, then I'd be on the green. Alright. Easy goes. Easy does it. Almost. Alright. 2 more holes. Good. What? No, I don't want... Would I like to interrupt play? No. Trying to see the course. Okay, so... Yeah, I shouldn't try to hop the green. Now I should go over here. And then try to make the jump up there. That's too far. Okay, now I'm really can't describe how unlikely it would be that I'd end up right behind that tree, but I'm the one who did it, so. Okay, a little extra distance, yeah, because the wind's against me. Alright, here we go. I don't think I can. I guess I have to. Alright. Alright. That's fine. Worse things than that happen to me every day. Here we go. Nope. Nope. Alright, that one, and this is what I'm talking about. You have one hole, you get frustrated, it kind of gets away from you, and the numbers look a lot worse. I mean, over +8 is bad. +13 is far worse than that. And through 16 holes, I was merely a +8. Tree's not in front of me, it's fine. Shh. Botched it. Why not? Why not one more? Straight in. Ah! Alright. Alright. There we go. 14 over on my return to the NES Tournament Open. Really like that they give you this, like, professional style scorecard here. So how'd I do? Well, I had 2 under par. Holes 8 and 14, I came in under. Holes 2, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 13, and 16, I came in at par. But you can see here, 1, 3, 7, 9, 11, 15, and 17 and 18, 17 especially. 17 I came in 5 over. And that is the tale of the day. Let's see if there's any commonality here. Yeah, you know, I guess it's not so surprising, but a real common denominator here is the long yardage. I mean, ones where it's... That's not true. Hole 12 was 535. I finished par on that, but... By and large, the longer the yardage, the more I struggled. Thank you! That's what I was looking for. You can tell this guy works for tips. Alright, let's check out the clubhouse, shall we? Oh, I forgot to register my name. Whoops. No. Their stats. Average putts per hole. Guess I don't really have the analytic knowledge to know if this is good or bad. Okay. How much prize money have I made? Oh. Okay. Oh, I can choose my clubs? There's club? Okay. I didn't even realize this game had this level of... Okay. Well, let's see here. I can probably shed one of these irons in the middle. What are the odds I need a 5 iron? Certainly not as likely as a 4 would. Alright. That little change is going to make all the difference, surely. Back at it, gang. Okay, where are we going? Let's do US this time. The same holes old Jack Nicklaus played back in the day. That's right. It's a new day. Anything's possible. Okay. 314. Did it not? That didn't save my club selection. I guess I did it wrong. Damn. Whatever. I'm fine. It's a poor craftsman who blames his tools. That's nice. Dead. Frozen rope. Could not have hit that more middle. Let's slow it up. And just chip it right onto that green. Damn, overshot it. Damn! Okay. Just have to chip it up there again, I suppose. Nice and easy. Oh, God. Alright, at least I'm still on the green. So no slant, I can just play it right in? This or this? Yes. Alright. Salvaged par. A missed opportunity. That should have been at least a birdie. We're gonna swing it right over the top here. Very strong winds blowing west. Lean east to compensate. compensate a little bit. Here we go. Oh, it's hooking bad. Alright, that could be a lot worse. Now it's only 5 miles per hour. I can get it over. Can get it over on a medium. I'm going to do 190 and then I'm going to hit some backspin because... No, I missed it. Damn. Stop. Okay. The backspin saved me. All right. Stick with the backspin, try to stick this as close to the hole as I can. Okay. This is a little bit dicey. I'm right on the lip of this. Can't tell how much it's going to affect me here. Oh, God. Bogey. Alright. It's obviously giving me a little lane here to just go straight down the middle. It'd be hard to do, but hey, what's life without a challenge? Let's do it. Bam! Incredible. Backspin pointed me right where I need to be. Now we're just a hop, skip, and a nimble jump over to yonder green, where I will claim my reward. Alright. You know, I really don't think I was that close to that tree on this map. I think there really should have been no opportunity for that to happen. Feel a bit like I've been abused by the system. Alright, well, obviously this very promising hole has gone badly, quickly, but maybe, just maybe, I can pull it out with a clutch chip shot right here. Nope. Alright, bogey. Double bogey, damn. Okay. No wind. That's good to know. Okay. I guess I just gotta try to play it straight in then. If I can hit an almost perfect shot here with a little bit of backspin. Almost perfect. Get down. There you go. I'm pushing against a hill here. I'm just going to need a little extra power. Oh! All right. Birdie. Okay. 5. This should work. Little bit of hook, perfect. Get down, alright. Now can I get over that sand trap all the way to that green from here? I should be able to. But will I is another question. Yes! Didn't quite get there. Damn, so close. Still got about 5-mile-per-hour wind. I'm just gonna try to chip it right on. Alright. Alright, I'm certainly not turning my nose up at par right now. Come on, get that distance, get over it. Excellent, excellent. All right. Not quite far enough. Onto the green? Come on, stay. Oh, man. So close. Bogey. That's a shame. I could have done better there. Alright. Quick, hop, skip, and a jump over here. Playing it straight in 174. Yeah, let's do it. Oh no. I choked it off. Wind is favoring me here, so I don't hit it too hard. Double bogey. Okay. That's hooking too much. Okay. Gotta try to get over this river. Oh, I'm gonna land in the other river. Okay. Just overshooting these greens. It's going alright so far. I'm getting better. There's just certain... Like real golf, you realize, okay, here's the phase of the game that I am struggling at. And for me, I'm not good at accounting for the wind resistances and the slopes on the green in close chip and putting scenarios. Oh, I just screwed that one. I can probably get out of it, though. 230. 240. I should also be looking at the green each time more clearly so I know what I'm looking at. Okay. It's all sloping down. That should be pretty easy to deal with. So that means topspin is... a little bit of topspin is fine. Damn. I'm choking these off way too early. Alright. Come on. Oh, man. Alright. It's another bogey. When's my hole-in-one coming? I guess I could theoretically hit a hole-in-one on this one if I did amazingly. 222. Wait, no. I don't want topspin on this. Okay. Alright! Alright, a birdie! We're back on track. Okay, the wind is cutting against me here. So I'm just gonna have to club it hard this way and hope I stay in bounds. No, it's veering. It's not gonna make it. Come on. Oh my god. Alright. Bucks online. Okay. Just gonna take a little more power than normal. Oh! It's so much harder to get a birdie than it is to get a bogey. Okay. Now I'm pulling these off early every time. Alright. gonna try to carve right past all this out of bounds here. Probably gonna get myself DQ'd in the process, but I'm gonna try it. Alright. I feel like with the wind, that should have made it a little bit further. One man's opinion. Okay. Is that in front of or behind that tree? That's good. That would be good for me to know. Okay, thank God. Don't know what I expected to happen there, but I did expect better than that. I'm really bleeding bogeys here. God, I don't want. There we go. Well, the backspin would have helped, actually. Oh boy. Oh boy. I was doing so much better than this just 3 short holes ago, and just like last time, this is what I'm talking about. It's hard for me to sustain the attention and execution through 18 holes. Hey, super shot. Come on, get on there. Get on that green. All right. when I'm trying to adjust for the slope, it feels like I'm consistently overcorrecting. And that time I just tried to sort of power through it, and that didn't work. Oh no. Alright. Not such a bad position, this is fine. Hey, that's how you draw it up there. That was only a bogey. Alright. A booming shot here onto the green. Onto the fairway, pardon me. I keep saying green, that's the fairway. And now, a nice little shot onto the green. Really wish I were on the green, but that's fine. It's only the difference between a bogey and a, well, or a birdie and par. Alright. No! Again, won't turn down a par now. 571 yards, alright. That was pretty... That's a pretty blessed strike there. That could have gone wrong. Number of different ways. Okay. 59.58 yards remaining. I want to put a little English on it here. Alright. Yes! I end on a birdie. Alright. Is that better than my last one? I think so. I finished 13 over in Japan, only 10 over in the US. But I do think I didn't have as many pars this time. It was very much... I mean, there was a run there where it was just bogey, bogey, bogey every time. Looking at the stats here. I guess, well, the longest... What was my biggest discrepancy here? Yeah, I mean, I did better in terms of, you know, over par, but if I'm being honest, in Japan, there was that one hole, the 17th hole, that just really got away from me. I think across the board I was sharper in Japan than I was here. I think it was kind of happenstance, and honestly it was, you know, I pulled that birdie out of my ass on the 18th hole. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, no, let's do it. Alright, I'm an amateur, baby. Alright. I think this means I should be entitled to some prize money for being an amateur now? No, what? Oh. Let's see here. Anymore, we got more stats to look at now. Average score per round 84. Higher than you'd like. Average putts per hole. I'd like that to be down to 1. 50% of holes are par or better. That needs to come up. Tournament roster. What? Oh, I don't want to play a tournament in that way. Hall of Fame holes. Oh. I can see my old birdies. Huh. That's fun. Really, there's a lot more in here than you would expect for an NES golf game. It really... You know, having the stats saved cumulatively over time, having rank ups, having like... I tell you what, if I had my old save file from when I was on that flight back from France, I hit a hole-in-one on that. You'll just have to believe me. But yeah, this... A lot more work is put in here to making this like, no, you're gonna come back to this, you're gonna want your stats, you're gonna want your name in here, you get to choose your clubs. It's like, just on a gameplay basis, I would already say this is a pretty deep game, because any game like this that relies on a series of, like, intricate time-based inputs, the possible variability of, oh, I have to pick for player 2, too? Alright, well. Can I not be Mario? There's an interesting question. I'd like to play as someone else. Because it comes down to your timing on hitting the ball, the wind factor, the club you pick. It's like the old thing, you know, Chinese restaurant, the menu says 5,000 different possible combinations. These are all just a variety of combinations on the same limited list of factors, but here it's like those handful of different variables really do affect the outcome of each swing of your club in enough different ways that, like, it makes it feel like this is a game worth fighting to get better at. And, you know, if it were a more cursory thing, if they weren't keeping track of the stats, or letting you register your name, or giving you the scorecard at the end, it might feel more tossed off. But the features here really do encourage, like, come back to this, try to get better. You want to see those numbers go down. You want to feel like you're improving. The music, it would be good if there was more different music, but they did at least create distinct, like this is the UK music. This is what the Brits listen to while they golf. Now this is 3rd on the list, so maybe this is supposed to be the hardest course. I guess we'll see. So I do have the 4-wood now. That was my big change. Not even necessarily ideal here, but let's hit the 4-wood. Just to try it out. That was a good first hit. Maybe that's my new lucky club. $58. There we go here, go a little over. Wind going that way. Let's actually do our due diligence and look at the green this time. Okay. So it's going to slope down. So I want to come in on the right side, the eastern side. Okay. Alright. Damn it, I overshot it again. Okay, good. Still there. Now this slope is going to speed me up at the end. Am I online? I can't tell if this is online or if this is online. I think that's it. I think this is what I want right here. Okay. Yes! Alright. We're off to the races, folks. Okay. No wind. So it's just execution for me to get over these trees here and get an easier route to the green. Let's go for it. Come on, get over there. Straight as an arrow. All right. Still on the fairway. Okay, 134. What are we looking at? 40. Now we got a little wind heading northwesterly. And the green is... So it's sort of funneling towards the hole. So I just want to sort of hit towards the heart of it. How do I leave? There, okay. That's drifting. Don't go too far. Just deadened right there. Okay. So it's going to roll downhill, but then it's going to get pushed down before it gets to the hole. Okay. Don't think I'm going to get it, but I can at least set myself in good position for the short putt. Yep. So close. All right. Par 5. Okay, simple enough. Okay, so I want to approach from the western side so that I get the downslope in my favor. Wind, okay. Tiny bit of drift, that's fine. I'm not going to get over that water from here, I don't think. 234 with the wind. I want to try it, but... I mean, I should have the power to do it. It's just a matter of the wind coming over the top. I'm just going to club it with the 1 wood as hard as I can, and then I'm going to put a little bit of backspin on it. Does the backspin affect my distance? Or is it just about rolling back or forward once it hits the ground? I don't know. I'm gonna risk it. Alright. Come on. Get out there. There we go. Stop. Okay. this is the side I want to come from, right? Yeah, okay. So the backspin is important, or it's going to roll all the way down that hill, so... Damn! Too strong. Now the backspin is not good because I'm going to be coming from the... Well, I guess I'll do a tiny bit of backspin and try to overshoot it. There we go. Start rolling back. Okay. Come on, come on, come on! No! Alright. Back even. It's like a grinning face. A nefarious grinning face. A Glasgow smile. Too far. Alright. 54. Strong winds coming in, though. Let's do the power. 9-iron power wedge. Yeah. Okay. Please, come on, yes. Okay. Real bad wind here in the UK. Alright, let me see that again. Okay. So, and then courses. Yep, alright. So, it's just about generating power, because it's pretty much blowing dead back at me. Keep it straight and get some lift under it. '82. With that wind, I still need to be hitting it hard here. 4 wood. It's gonna roll all the way out, isn't it? Come on, stay in. Alright. I'd like to think that it's just gonna... Its diagonal is sort of lined up, so it should just be a dead power shot up the hill. With my luck, it's not gonna be so simple. Yep. Would have veered off anyways, but... Alright. Whew. This is... inviting disaster. The wind is trying to push me back towards that water. I think I can clear it this way. But I am hitting into the wind, so I really have to club it to stay out of that water. Come on. There we go. Not the sand, right on the fairway. Alright, fine. I'll take it. Oh, what a nightmare. Okay. So if I overshoot it a little bit, that would be for the best. Which is fine, because I'm probably going to. Not quite. Alright. Alright. Holding even. Why gain ground when you can hold even? Wind dead set against me here. Nice shot. Okay, 166. Wind cutting down. Need a little extra oomph. Could have been better, could have been worse. 54, does that look like? Okay. Backspin it, better to cut it short. Oh boy. Now that was a putt. Par 3. I feel like this might be one where I could pick one up if I keep all my wits about me. Alright. 4 miles per hour that way. That should account for that. 100. Green. Okay. I think I'm going to play it straight in. Okay. 26 yards. Put a little backspin on it. Alright. Respectable. At this point, respectability is a big improvement for me. Okay. Which reminds me of the movie Holes. Holes. Movie Holes. Alright. Okay. Probably not worth it to fret about these holes too much. If I hit one, I'm gonna hit one, but I'm not good enough to work around them and avoid getting out of bounds. I just have to treat this as a big open space. See? That's not so bad. Oh, that went a lot further than I thought. And not in a good way. Okay. Does it actually penalize me for hitting the water? It only went up one shot. Right? That was my second shot. Now I'm on my third shot. I guess it doesn't. I feel like it should, but I'm not going to complain. All right. Okay. I'm gonna count on the wind to keep me out of the water here. Hooking too much, too much. Get down. I'm gonna be chipping it dead against the wind here, but at least it's a straight wind. Okay. So we want a little top spin, actually. That was pretty weak. Wind was a lot more forceful than I expected. Alright. Oh! Alright. It's alright. It's all about gaining ground. I'm still having a pretty good round. Can't sweat the setbacks. This is a tough wind. I'm really gonna have to club it to get over here. Alright. Don't drift, come on. Alright. 182. Wind is still dead south. Okay. So it's better if I overshoot it to the northeast side, because then at least it'll funnel down. Medium. One. I need a lot more power to get through this wind, though. Alright. Let's try this. Is that enough? 40 yards? Will that make up for 7 miles per hour of wind? Maybe too much. Alright, I gotta backspin it, just to be safe. I don't know. Nope. Damn! Okay. It's not... I can't get a wedge over this river with 8 miles per hour of wind. That's crazy. I just demonstrated I can't do that. Get over there. Okay, now stop. Yeah, there we go. That's backspin in action. Straight on, just a matter of the distance. Alright. Okay. mph. Get it to the center or get it off to the side. Okay. Medium. 170, 170. Distance is linked up. I guess I may as well just go for it straight in. I'll overthink it. That's gonna roll out. Great. Cannot hit a green to save my fucking life. Pardon me. Pardon me. Sit right there. Alright. Alright. Easy enough. Wait, no. That looked like a super... Oh, I didn't get it on the front end, okay. Close to a super shot. mph, okay. Let's just keep on clubbing, baby. Oh, no. Alright. Woe to the careless. 8. I'm gonna have to... Okay. So a little top spin is best here. That was not quite daring enough. Okay. Come on. Oh my god. Ugh. Seven miles per hour. So I'm gonna need to hit it this way, and the wind will carry me out of the out of bounds. Okay. Not behind the tree! There we go. Alright, so this would be more or less dead in, or dead on. So we'll adjust it 2 clicks for the curve. And that's not even close. Par nonetheless. Okay. Air towards the northwest edge. So these in here, these are out of bounds spaces. So if I land in there, I'm screwed. I get sent back here. So I think if I more or less shoot it up the middle, it is going to be pulled by the wind, and I think I will be safe. I'm trying to plant it between those two out of bounds and the sand trap up there. Perfect, come on. There we go. Now that's a nice hit. 122. Going to my position, I do want to try to actually hit for the flag here. What's the distance I'm looking at? This club 130, okay. Should put a little bit of, there we go. That's looking good. Oh, almost. Oh! Alright, where it's lined up at least. Okay, so it's an awkward angle. I don't know if I can just power it up. Like, how is that slope going to affect this? This way, it would push it back. This way, it's going to veer it off, so I need to be a little bit up on it. Okay, here we go. Come on! Yes! Alright. Okay. Simple enough. Just gotta go for distance here. Wait, nope. Oh no. No, 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 no. Well, the top spin did it to me. Alright. From here, I can probably get right over there, though. The wind will be an issue, but it's a risk I'm prepared to take. Oh boy. Okay, that didn't go so great. Let's try again. Okay, I don't know. Well, this is just gonna fuck my whole game. I'm already over par. Everything I worked for is done. I guess I'll just have to go for the greatest distance I have and just try again to get it over. There we go. Well, it's going to take power to get it up, and then it's going to veer back a tiny bit. Not quite. What is that, 8 strokes? 9? Great. Thanks. This game is bullshit. This is unconscionable to do that to me now. Alright, let's calm down. Okay, I have a little top spin. Get me the extra 2 yards, I'll just hit a hole-in-one here. Great. Par it is. Okay. Well, that was like 3 strokes over until that one night. Oh wait, I have one more. Great. It could get worse. Let's see. Alright. A hole-in-one opportunity here. Okay. Wind. Got it. Alright, and what are we looking at now? We got 190 left, which is exactly what we have here. For the wind, let's go to 2. 2 iron. Alright. Par to finish. 7 over. Really should have been like 3 or 4 over. 15th hole, or 16th hole ruined me. Absolutely ruined me. That said, improvement. I've gone from, what was it, 12 or 13 over in Japan to 10 over in US. UK, just 7 over. And that's what we call growth. And as you can see, a lot more pars here. Only had 5 holes over par. One of them just happened to be the absolute spiral. And that's kind of the thing with golf, right? It's like, you know, what, eagle is 2 under par, birdie is 1 under par. Eagle, hard to get. Hole-in-one, basically impossible. It is so much easier to lose ground in a game of golf than it is to gain ground. So, I suppose I should take this as a, you know, I shouldn't view this as being too dire. Thank you. I don't suppose I have any prize money yet, do I? Do I want to do one more? Let's do some training. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do the hole 1. I want to do hole 16 is the one that I got blown up on. Redo this. Well, this isn't the same training because they're not putting any wind on this. There was brutal wind when I did this, so this isn't even... I guess in the training room you get neutral wind every hit, which... I guess I understand, but I feel like that should be something I can tweak, because... Yeah, I should really be able to set my own wind condition for this. This is just kind of plug-and-play stuff here. Without the wind, probably not that hard to finish virtually at par every single hole. Yeah. Okay, well, I get the point of that. Did I get any new Hall of Fame holes? I still don't have any eagles, do I? No. Birdies. it saves the whole replay. That's kind of cool, I guess. Remember when I did this? Yep, that was pretty fun when I did that. Can I not? Oh, okay. So I can't cancel out of this replay once it starts. What options do I have? Default for putt swing. Okay. I can turn off the background music. This, in the modern context, you could see this as an ideal podcast game. A game you play while listening to a podcast or music of your own. I guess that's pretty much it. Oh, right. I'm gonna check my stats again. I have more stats. Average driver shot distance 259. The max is what, 280 on the biggest wood. So longest distance of any driver shot 278. That must have been my super shot. Average score per round 82.3. That's coming down. Putts per hole coming down. Percentage par or better going up. So these numbers are going in the right direction. But in truth, I cannot tell you that they will continue moving in that direction if I attempt to play a game, so I am going to call it there for this stream. So, it's that time again. We have the all-time Mr. Christopher's Video Machine rankings. Of course, as loyal viewers know, we make no distinction and no discrimination here about platform. By doing so, I know full well, you know, I'll die before I play every video game ever made. It's not possible for one person to do. That would be almost as silly as my original plan for my hit podcast, Pod My Children, the preeminent All My Children rewatch podcast on the internet. Check out Pod My Children on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. My original plan for that was I'll just watch every season of All My Children. Then I look at it, it's 41 years. It's 11,000 episodes. I would be dead before I could finish that. So too will I be dead before I can play every video game, but what I can get is a comprehensive list of the quality of every video game that I myself have played. Right now, the video machine has been fired up for 15 different games. I will add that we have done ROM hack roulette streams, but those are not official releases, so those are not included here. So what are we looking at here? Some of these have been up here for a while. Stardew Valley was the last one that was added at the number 3 slot. Narrowly beating out Super Punch-Out, but not defeating Mega Man X. Stardew Valley's a hard one to slot in here because, you know, it's a very atypical game. So let's see. Is it better than Haunting starring Poltergeist? Of course. Transparently so. Haunting starring Poltergeist is extremely boring. Despite having an absolute blockbuster premise for a game, it cannot execute and therefore fails. I usually commit myself to like a 2-hour stream when I do this. Haunting starring Poltergeist was the angriest. It was the most angry and combination of bored I've ever been doing one of these. Young Merlin on the Super Nintendo. a young Chris classic, a game purchased by my father who hated video games. So if he would purchase me a video game, it was usually, you know, something that he, for some, within the context of video game information, some countercultural reason he thought it might be interesting. I think I had read The Once and Future King around then, so maybe he thought, well, this kid must love Mr. Merlin. Young Merlin. I do remember my dad complaining that, within the Arthurian mythos, Merlin, he like, ages in reverse. So he was saying, this is not appropriate. It's called Young Merlin, but he looks young. It should be Old Merlin. It's been 30 years since I read any of that stuff, so I couldn't even tell you if that's true. I'm just reporting what he said. Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage. Some nice art design in that. And in an effort to be charitable, that's all I'll comment on that. Manhunt for the PS2, I will say, in NES Open Tournament Golf, at no point can you sneak up behind Mario with a disused plastic bag in your hand and then slip the bag over his head, tightening it around his neck, choking him to death. You cannot do that in NES Tournament Open Golf. You can do it in Manhunt. And that, and a handful of things like it, are about all there is to recommend Manhunt. ActRaiser 2. It's not a bad action platformer on the Super Nintendo. It's hated because of what it left behind, an ActRaiser 1. It is a playable action platformer. The graphics are pretty crisp. There's things about it that are fun. It is very hard. It's a classic example of a type of game that as a kid, some of these action platformers, especially in the NES and SNES, you don't realize that you're in boot camp every day. So you don't realize until you come back years later. God, I was rifling through this at the time, and coming back to it, it really is a pretty stout challenge. EVO, The Theory of Evolution for the PC-98. The forerunner of the Super Nintendo EVO. I would like to come back to that on stream at some point, but unfortunately I think I lost my save file on that until such a time as my dear brother Evan successfully repairs my old PC, which I gave him. If he does that, well, the file is on there somewhere. But as is true of so many of those Enix games on the SNES, it's very interesting. And the plot and the writing was very interesting too. And it's this very peculiar world. But it's also a real a grind-heavy game, and pretty rudimentary. And if I can find that save file, I will play it again. But as it stands, the 10th best video game of all time. I shouldn't be knocking the 10th best video game of all time. King of Dragons on the Super Nintendo, an arcade port. This was the first game I ever did on this stream. It once occupied the slot of best game of all time. And I think it held on to that for a little bit. I'm realizing now I made a mistake not including... recently, the other night, I was watching one of Jeff Gerstmann's NES ranking streams. And then I realized, he has all the episode numbers next to these. So that without having to rifle through a bunch of, archives, he knows, here's about when I ranked this. I know King of Dragons was first. I think ActRaiser 2 was second. So King of Dragons did survive at least one challenge to its best game in the world status. But it is not as good as NES Open Tournament Golf. NES Tournament Open Golf, pardon me. I always thought of it as Mario Golf, because there's Mario. Mega Man 5? Not your best NES Mega Man, and I love classic NES Mega Man. Every few years, I basically tear through those 6 games, front to back. Even the ones that aren't as good. It's just like slipping into a warm bath for me. And I feel like it keeps me sharp. You know, I'm 40 years old this year. There's certain, like, little paces you have to put yourself through when you get to my age to make sure you can still pick up a controller and dominate. The Twisted Tales of Spike McFang. Not a game you're likely to see on a lot of streams. One of the ones I actually beat on stream. I beat that whole game here on the video machine. I like it. It's fun. It's strange. It's pretty. It's underbaked. Ultimately, there's not enough powers. It's pretty challenging. It's quite challenging at points, maybe too much so, and also very short. But as a baby's first action RPG that is going to be hard enough that it's going to require some real effort and some, like, fine-tuning how you're going about it, it's pretty good. It's got a pretty bright, lavish cartoon graphical style that they just give you a little more than you'd expect. That's a Naxxet Soft game, I believe. Naxxet Soft, which I'm sure they've done something else, but hell if I've ever heard of it. Number 6, the 6th best game of all time, Super Mario Bros. 2, USA. I love that game. Love that game. I played that game many a time. You see I still don't have a webcam set up, but you see up there where the webcam should be, in the upper right-hand corner of the video machine deck, that picture of me, that's me. Playing an NES. That was the day I got that NES. I think it was either Christmas or my birthday. I don't remember which. Playing on that old TV that a couple of years after this it stopped working. And the repair people told us this TV might blow up if you keep trying to use it, so you should get rid of it, which was a shame. It was a vintage old TV with like a built-in speaker set. I'm playing Mario 1 there, first video game I ever played. I believe maybe I've told this story on stream before, but my grandmother, who was there that day when I received this gift, my grandmother picked up the controller and was noodling around with it, and she was the one who found the warp zone at the end of the first she somehow ended up there. I was like, oh, well, I guess that's a sort of bragging right for you, a woman who would never pick up a video game again. Max Payne, number 5. The 5th best. Although, also, the, 11th worst game of all time? What can you say about Max Payne? Atmospheric, action-packed, replayable, endlessly fun, great comic segments, great voice acting. Love that game. And it deserves its place here. Super Punch-Out. We're getting into the sweet spot here. It's not better than Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link has been reigning atop here for a while. It is an exceptionally fun game. It has adventure, it has mystique. You feel like you're transported into a fantasy land that feels so much more alive and so much more like a real place than the original Zelda does. I'm not saying that's to the original Zelda's discredit, but as a kid who was prone to let his imagination run wild, I read tons of books, watching tons of movies. I wanted to know more about the place I was. And although it's still pretty spare, seeing the villages and the villagers, it really just feels, the adventure feels more real to me in Zelda 2. It is a very good game. It is a great game. It's one of the best NES games they made. Mega Man X on the Super Nintendo, one of the best games they ever made for the Super Nintendo. Similarly, just gameplay, music, graphics, sprite work, sound effects, everything in its place, everything tuned perfectly. I'm partial to the classic Mega Mans for a variety of reasons, but you could convince me that Capcom never made a better Mega Man of any stripe than Mega Man X on the SNES. Stardew Valley, what can you say about that? Meditative, a real time sinker. If you're looking to burn time, play Stardew Valley. I sit down to play that game, I look up, it's like, oh, the sun's going down. The gameplay loop is so entrancing. The hours just fly by. That is my number one pick for that. As I mentioned, for this, I played this on an airplane. If you're on a long plane flight and you've got Stardew Valley on a tablet or something, well, first of all, you could just as well, I don't know, read a book or do something a little more cerebral. But if you're in a gaming state of mind, Stardew Valley will melt that plane trip away. Really a colossal work. Very impressive. Super Punch-Out. Again, one of my favorite games and kind of a tune-up game for me. When I'm trying to get my skills back up to start playing games again. Super Punch-Out is one. It's so timing-based and pattern-based and awareness and reaction speed. It's a good training game in a lot of respects. This is a tough one for me. NES Tournament Open Golf is definitely better than the Twisted Tales of Spike McFang. It is definitely not Zelda 2. It's not Mega Man X. It's not Stardew Valley. So we're looking at the 4, 5, 6 range here. Super Punch-Out is just incredible fun. And it has a similar dynamic to NES Golf, where the magic of NES Tournament Golf is that it does a good enough job keeping your stats. And stats that are a little more granular than you would get in a lot of games of this age or this type. Keeping track of my average drive distance. And my longest drive. And my, to the decimal point, the number of putts per hole. Logging and saving 5 of my best shots of each type that I can go back and rewatch. We didn't even do tournament play. This is an incredible multiplayer competitive game to play with friends. And I think of it, the thing that's so masterful about it is that it's of a piece with RBI Baseball and Super Tecmo Bowl, these great NES sports titles. Because it introduces enough variability that, you almost feel like I'd rather play this than a new golf game. I don't want to see a photorealistic Tiger Woods out there. Why bother? Sure, is this less real golf than that? I suppose. But everything that I would want to get outside of physical exercise, or the fact that I could brag to people about how I hit a hole-in-one in real golf, which is actually notable. It's not notable to do that in a 40-year-old video game. But all the same feelings and the quest for improvement and the fighting against tiny intangible variables that can completely ruin you. And yet you just have to sort of take a deep breath, accept what's happened, and try to move on and make the best of it. It really is, I think, an incredibly compelling representation of golf on the NES. And similarly, RBI baseball, it's like it looks very simple on the surface, but when that ball hits that bat, God only knows where that ball's going. And Super Tecmo Bowl, it's at every instant of action in these games, you genuinely don't feel like you can truly master it in the way you can so many games of this era, which creates just a compulsive need for improvement and to play more. Super Punch-Out is a game like that. I mean, it has the times, It's like, here's how fast you did it. You get to see the top times at the end. Obviously, it's a big speedrunning game. And you can try, well, let me see how fast can I knock this guy out? But it's not, it doesn't capture that in the way NES Open quite does. Yeah. On the strength of just how timeless and replayable this is, and the fact that part of me kind of just wants to keep playing it right now, even though I don't want to really because I'm too fried. Playing those 3 courses, 18 holes all back to back. I mean, even just, you all saw it watching, even just in the context of getting through 18 holes, I was having these calamity rounds in the 16th, 17th, 18th hole because my attention kept flagging. I couldn't maintain that level of execution. I think what we've got here is my apologies, I have not yet automated this list. That's something I have to learn how to do. Because I haven't done that, I have to annoyingly go through and manually change all these numbers down here. There you have it. NES Tournament Open Golf is the new number 4. It slides in right above Super Punch-Out, right below Stardew Valley. This is maybe the toughest one I've had to slot in here, because the sheer, engineered brilliance and depth of this game, despite, on a cursory level, appearing so terribly simple, is such that it challenges you in trying to slot it into a list like this. You sit here and you think, is it really better? Is it really better than Max Payne? Yes, it is. Is it really better than Stardew Valley? No, it's not better than Stardew Valley, but it is better than Max Payne. And it is better than Super Punch-Out. And God knows it's better than Haunting starring Poltergeist. Thank you for joining me for another stream. This was a fun one. Had a great time. Happy to be back. And don't know what I'll be doing here next, but whatever it is, I will certainly endeavor to have it be a fun one. I guess that's it for now. Thank you all. Have a lovely rest of your day and a wonderful week's end.